Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here by Adrian's Weather Forecast. This will be a bit earlier of a video because I finished my schoolwork a lot earlier than usual, and I just went for a 6 mile jog, so I'm kind of awake but also sore, and that's probably going to be the reason why maybe I cough a couple times in the video. I do apologize. I just thought I might as well do this video before the 11:30 update because then I have to wait a lot longer, and then I'm going to get busy later on today, so that would just cause a later update. So I just did it right after my run. So again, this is going to be an update on a potential major, or not extremely major as of right now, a minor cross country snowstorm here. It's not going to produce a ton of snow, or it will produce a good amount of snowfall, just not as widespread. And again, it still has a couple days to update, so it could potentially become a major snowstorm, but it's not necessarily going to be major. It's going to be more like a minor, moderate cross country snowstorm all the way out here out into the Rockies now start forming. We already have winter weather advisories and warnings, and it'll cross up all the way up into the Northeast. We can possibly see some more snow for Iowa City, Chicago, maybe just north of Indianapolis, Cleveland, maybe Detroit, and also out there into Albany, New York. So we can be seeing some more snow for bigger cities that thought they were over with the snowfall. So again, we're going to be seeing this major cold front out here. This is why we have these freeze warnings. So that's going to be why we have this snowstorm in the first place, because it's already cold. So that's going to produce that snow. Be sure to subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much for 2,120 plus subscribers. We've gotten so many subscribers in the past couple of days. I believe 2 days ago we were at 2,100. Now we're at really 2,123. So let's try to get to 2,130 by the end of today. Be sure to share the channel and be sure to subscribe. Without further ado, let's get in the video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service. Of course, this is not necessarily a part of the cold front, or this is not necessarily part of the winter storm, but this has a big factor from this snow. Again, we have this very cold air that's already set in place out here in these areas where we'll be seeing this snowfall. Again, we're possibly seeing up to 20 degrees below average in some of the areas. We are seeing, again, possibly 20s, 30s. I saw 45 degrees earlier this morning, which isn't rare, but usually we see these 45s and mid 40s over with early April. And then we have frost advisories all the way up into Alabama, where we just saw tornadoes. So seeing a huge difference in weather here. Again, this is our area of focus. Again, it's going to be stretching all the way from Montana throughout these areas. Again, the European and GFS have yet to really agree on the track, but they have agreed on the development of it. So you're probably thinking, when we look at the European, this is nothing. But wait till we look at the tropical tidbits one. So here we have winter weather advisories already out here into Montana. Again, we have out here near Helena. We also have Bozeman, Dillon, also Stanford, Great Falls, and Lewiston. All these areas into western Montana, where we have winter weather advisories. We'll be seeing pretty high snowfall totals for these areas. Again, it's just they're used to seeing incredibly heavy snowfall. For the lower elevations, we'll see 1 to 4 inches. That's a bit more for Helena, and then 5 to 10 inches, and that's gonna be more for like Great Falls. So again, you're probably thinking, why do they have a winter weather advisory for 5 to 10 inches? Well, again, they're used to seeing incredibly heavy amounts of snowfall, so their expectations will be a bit higher. And then windstorm warnings will be now out here into near the Yellowstone area. That's going to be for Red Lodge. That's where we'll be seeing the very high snowfall totals, possibly seeing 10 to maybe even plus 14 inches of snowfall with this. So definitely a big snow maker. We're going to be seeing this scattered snow here for the next couple of hours, within the next 42 hours. And then after that, it starts to become a bit more widespread. And we already have now windstorm watches out here for southeastern Wyoming. That's for center, I believe that says Center Nile, Wyoming, and just outside of Cheyenne. And that's basically what we have right now for the really National Weather Service. Something really interesting right now. Now look at the. Now we're gonna be looking at the Europeans. The next 48 hours, we're actually going to see a little bit of a mini, very small snowstorm. That's not necessarily going to need a video for it, but that's going to be bringing some really small snow flurries and snow showers for Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. But here's a bigger snowstorm here. This is going to be the one we're going to be talking about starting out into Idaho and Montana, maybe even all the way to South Dakota. Again, very heavy snowfall out here near Great Falls, out there into close to the border with Idaho. That's where we'll see it. So good amounts of snowfall falling at a pretty good rate with up to moderate to high snowfall or heavy snowfall. Again, we're gonna have a little snowfall. This won't have too much to do. That won't really increase the snowfall totals from this snowstorm that much. But again, now in the next 60 hours by later Thursday, this is becoming a lot more widespread now. Looking like it's getting a lot bigger now, including now Cheyenne, Wyoming, Casper, Jackson. Also now getting ready all the way up into now north central Colorado and the higher elevations. Getting closer to bring some snow for Rapid City, Spearfish. Still seeing that snow in the next 60 hours in Montana, so that's why we have up to 10 to 14 inches in some of these areas, and it will start to leave Montana in the next 72 hours. So here we have this snowstorm now going all the way up to Illinois. Going to be very light in these areas. Not too much snowfall totals, but again, it's probably looking to get a lot worse, but it's going to start to fall apart in this area right here. But again, by later Thursday, again, it's very heavy snowfall for Wyoming. Now getting to Colorado, could be seeing very heavy snowfall. Maybe even going throughout central Nebraska near North Platte and Omaha. And then again, like I said, it's going to really fall apart here. This is not going to happen on the GFS right now. But again, it's going to be maintaining a western snowstorm out here for the GFS model. And then we have, thanks to the cold front, we are going to be seeing this now rain turn to snow once again. And that's going to be for Youngstown, Ohio, Cleveland, Toledo, Fort Wayne, and maybe Indianapolis could be seeing some freezing rain. Pittsburgh can be seeing some snow. And then by really Saturday, it will be mostly over. Again, that looks like a really bum and really of a bum and not necessarily a big snowstorm for the European. But the GFS is showing a lot different. Again, the next 30 hours, we had that really small snow out there into the Midwest, seeing some snow flurries for Chicago, Gary, out there into the border with Iowa and Missouri, and maybe all the way up to southern Michigan. But here we have the snowstorm again at 1,014 millibars, so very weak. So that's where we're going to be seeing the lower side of the snowfall, really light. And again, it's going to be now to 1,007 millibars. Again, here we have that mini snowstorm that could possibly bring snow for Charleston, Pittsburgh State College, Scranton, maybe even out there near Florida, New York, Utica, Albany. That won't have a huge difference on the snowfall totals or a huge impact on the snowfall totals. So again, snowfall totals are going to get very heavy now for Wyoming. It's actually going to leave Montana earlier on the GFS 48 hours instead of really 72. So we're going to be seeing some pockets of very heavy snow where we could be seeing scattered windstorm warnings throughout Wyoming. And then it gets a lot bigger. You can already tell it's looking a lot more promising than the European already. Here we have that high pressure system keeping it dry throughout the east, or keeping it really dry, so won't really have a major rainstorm or flooding issues in the southeast due to that high pressure system. Again, very heavy snow though, moving into now central Nebraska, North Platte, Omaha, Lincoln. You guys have another chance for snow. Maybe even Denver. You guys just saw incredibly heavy snow yesterday, maybe more snow before it melts. Still seeing that snow hanging on for eastern Wyoming. And then look, we're definitely seeing this really heavy snow now. It's possibly going to bring blizzard conditions depending on if we still have those very strong winds in these areas, which is very likely. Again, high pressure systems behind behind both the sides of the storm. So that's actually going to keep it a very dry snowstorm. No rain behind or in front, unless you're literally right here. Of course, you're going to be seeing some rain there, but not necessarily all the way over here, those major rainstorms. But again, very heavy snow for Kansas City. They can be seeing incredibly heavy rain in 1 minute, and then blizzard conditions the next. Out there into much of north central Kansas. Again, southern Iowa and northern Missouri. You guys right on the border. You guys are possibly seeing the heavy to the snowfall in the system. And then again, now it's going to go all the way from Ohio to Kansas. Very heavy snow for Aurora, Illinois. Looks like Rockford. You guys might just miss it, but maybe see some snow flurries. Some snow out there into southern Michigan. Some snow out there into Toledo, Youngstown, Ohio. Looks like near South Bend, and also in Fort Wayne. Again, very heavy snow for areas not far from Washington, Illinois. Again, Iowa City, maybe even Davenport. You guys can see some snow. Of course, Kansas City continuing to see that snow coming on. And then again, not by later into the next 84 hours into Friday, we're starting to see this snow turning to rain really fast for Chicago and Illinois. Maybe even seeing that snow arriving in Detroit, Fort Wayne, again, South Bend, Gary. And now definitely seeing this incredibly heavy snowfall developing now for State College, Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania, Toledo, and Cleveland. You guys see a huge increase in snowfall. And then again, that's gonna now go to 1,005 millibars. That's we'll see a little bit of that rain because of the low pressure system. So the high pressure system now behind this. This is the first one to move out into the Atlantic Ocean. So keeping it dry behind it, and that's why we're gonna be seeing that rain now into the southeast, but very light because this low pressure is already past the southeast. It's not like it was saying right here. That's where we'll be seeing the heaviest of the rain. So really, it's not going to be too bad in the southeast with the rainfall. It's going to move out really fast, and then again, the system itself will move out by Saturday. So here we look at the European again. Even with a small snowstorm again, it's going to be a very good amount of snowfall. So can you imagine what the GFS will show? So again, we're going to be seeing, of course, the most amount of snowfall in the European out here into the mountains because we'll be seeing really heavy snow out here in the Rockies. So it looks like we can be seeing up to, again, 4 to 6 inches for Helena, the lower side of snowfall, Great Falls. Again, you guys will be seeing the higher snowfalls, maybe getting close to 10 to maybe 13 inches of snowfall. Could be seeing a good amount of snowfall, though, for Idaho and the Wyoming border. Could be seeing 9 to 11 inches of snowfall. Looks like Cheyenne, you guys getting on the higher side of the snowfall as well, up to 8 to 10 inches. Casper, Wyoming, you guys getting up to 4 to 7 inches. Looks like Denver, you guys are going to just miss the major snowfalls. We're only seeing 2 to 4 inches. And then, of course, the western half of Colorado will be seeing up to 13 to 17 inches of snowfall in the higher elevations. A little trace for Kansas, 1 inch maximum. Could be seeing maybe the higher snowfall total for North Platte, getting up close to maybe 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. Looks like 1 to 2 inches for Omaha and Lincoln on this. Looks like 3 to 4 inches for Missouri, up to maybe higher snowfall totals north of here in Peoria. That's where we can be seeing 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. Looks like just north of Indianapolis, we could be seeing 2 to maybe 4.5 inches of snowfall. Looks like maybe even just north of Columbus, we could be seeing 2 inches. Looks like there near Youngstown and Cleveland, we could be seeing 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. Out there into southwestern Pennsylvania, 7 to 10 inches. And then much of Pennsylvania will be seeing really just 1 to 4 inches for the general part of the state, except for southwestern Pennsylvania. Now the huge difference out here into the GFS. Again, we're going to be seeing a lot of snowfall is scattered out here. Like I said, we're going to be seeing the scattered higher snowfall total. It looks like Cheyenne could be seeing 12 to 14 inches of snowfall. Smaller totals for Denver, maybe 1 to 2 inches. And then, of course, scattered areas in western can be seeing higher totals up to 9 to 12 inches. Looks like we can be seeing 1 to 3 inches for Kansas City. If you're in the far northern city, you'll be seeing that higher 3 inches. Looks like we can be seeing again for North Platte 5 to 9 inches, and then western Nebraska up to 10 plus inches. Far southern Iowa, we can be seeing 9 to 12 inches of snowfall. So this is no small snowstorm. It's small if you kind of see it in size compared to other snowstorms, but snowfall totals, no. Like I said, the higher snowfall totals will possibly be out here in Missouri, up to maybe climbing to 11 to 13 inches in those far northern counties. You're in the bullseye if you're in far northern counties in Missouri. Looks like now at Washington, Illinois can be seeing 8 to 12 inches of snowfall. Chicago, 1 to 2 inches. Aurora, possibly 3 to 4 inches. Out there into much of northern Indiana, we can be seeing 2 to possibly 5 inches. Looks like Youngstown, Ohio, can be seeing 3 to 4 inches, as well as maybe Toledo, 3 to 4 inches, and could be seeing again a good amount of snowfall here. Not far from upstate, more like lower state New York right here. We could be seeing up to 7 to 10 inches of snowfall, and then for north central Pennsylvania, possibly 7 to 11 inches of snowfall. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye guys.